Thank you for transitioning quietly. We're not going to lean on this, okay? So for the most part, you can look at the board there. The only thing that I want to go over is talking about a summary. Brooklyn, come on over and join us, please. Thank you. We'll be quick. So I watched all of your recap videos from the story, How Do Birds Find Their Way, and I listened to all your summaries. And I just want to talk about some of the components of a summary here. I heard a couple nice main ideas in our summaries. I heard some people give some important details in those summaries. I want to talk about putting those pieces together. So first of all, what is a summary? Because I heard that too, somebody asking, I don't know what a summary is. What is a summary? So a summary is a brief statement or a retelling of the main points of something. So that could be a book, it could be an article, it could be a movie. Give a summary of the movie that you saw. So how do we do that? In order to give an effective summary or a retelling of what you read, you need to find the main ideas. You can see that down here. It could be one main idea, it could be more main ideas. I'm going to show you in this book, we actually have 2 main ideas. You need to have carefully selected details for each main idea. So I need to be picking out the pieces of evidence that support my main idea. That could be a boxes and bullets setup, or do you remember a while ago, as the Gorillas book, we were telling summaries on our hands. Main idea was in our palm, and then our fingers were all those supporting details. So it could be in that setup as well. And then finally, when you're giving a summary of something you read or something you saw, you need to write about all the ideas from the text, not your opinion. If I read this book and I said, summary of this book, How Do Birds Find Their Way? And I said, I think it's cool that they migrate south. Is that a retelling of the story? No. That's my opinion of what happened in the story. So let's practice this. You're going to be linked to a Google form today, so I'm just going to show you a piece of it now. We need to pick out main ideas and supporting details. So I talked with a couple students last week about this, how this book was kind of split into 2 parts. The first part, if we listen to how it starts here, if we watch birds all year, we find that some seem to disappear in the fall when the days get shorter and colder. They're flying south where it is warmer. So this first half of the book is basically just telling us, we can see my main idea here, we see birds disappear each fall to migrate south. Can you turn and tell somebody around you that main idea? We see birds disappear each fall to migrate south. I love how we're turning and talking. It's been a while. Colin, can you share that main idea with me? We see birds migrate south and disappear each fall. They migrate south and disappear in the fall. Good. 3, 2, 1. If you can hear me, snap once. If you can hear me, snap twice. Class. Thank you for turning and talking. So that's a main idea. But just saying that is not enough to summarize. What I also need to do is pick out supporting details that match that main idea. So for example, the birds leave in the winter. The birds come back in the spring. They're looking for warmer weather. So now I need to put that together because that's just my boxes and bullets. So I'm going to summarize this one, and then you're going to help me summarize part 2. So in the book, How Do Birds Find Their Way, we learned that birds disappear each fall to migrate south. When birds migrate south, they leave in the winter and return in the spring. They are migrating because they're looking for warmer weather. What was the difference between reading the boxes and bullets and giving my summary? There wasn't much, but there's a little bit of a difference. Let me try that again. So I'm going to read my boxes and bullets first, then I'm going to summarize. We see birds disappear each fall to migrate south. Birds leave in the winter. Birds come back in the spring. They're looking for warmer weather. Now listen to my summary. In the book, How Do Birds Find Their Way, we learned that birds disappear each fall to migrate south. When they migrate south, they're leaving in the winter and coming back in the spring. Birds are migrating because they're looking for warmer weather. Very slight differences. Can you turn and talk and see if you can find what that one of those differences was? Turn and talk. They were similar, but they were not exactly the same. There are some slight differences.
I think the summary is longer.
It is a little bit longer. Because what did I add in between those bullets?
Periods.
Periods. I turned them into
Sentences.
complete sentences. Yeah, so all I did was take my boxes and bullets, turn them into, I added some words like some transition
What's the long
words.
answer to that?
You're going to be summarizing this in a little bit. 5, 4, that's okay. 3, 2, I'll send you the link. 1, 0, class.
Yes.
So I was talking with some of the ladies up here, and they noticed my sentences got a little bit longer. Thank you to those of you who started tracking the speaker again. My sentences got a little bit longer. I added some transition words. I just turned it into a paragraph. So this was a box and bullet organizer. I turned it into a paragraph. So when you get back to your seats, one of your assignments is to open this up, and you're going to type a summary. I should see that it's similar to this, but you might have some stuff added in between when you're adding a paragraph. So now part 2 of this book got a little bit scientific. So I'm going to show you my boxes and bullets, and you're going to talk with a partner to turn it into a paragraph like I did. So part 2, after they introduced migration, this is when they started talking about like the science behind it with what they're doing here. So in part 2 of the book, I said the main idea is that birds are naturally able to figure out where they are going.
That's easy.
That's not a summary. That's just the main idea. Now I need to support that with examples. So I have, they follow the sun and the moon. They follow the stars. They follow Earth's magnetic fields. So I was able to give an example to support my main idea. 3 examples. Can you turn and talk with a partner to turn those boxes and bullets into a complete spoken paragraph? Go ahead and talk. So don't announce the main idea. How can you turn that into a paragraph? In the book, birds have a compass. Now go on to the boxes and bullets. So these are the details we're going to talk about. Just turn it into a sentence.
I got another one. The birds follow the moon, stars, and Earth. I gotta say,
Three, 2, 1. If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. If you can hear me, clap 3 times. Do I have any brave souls willing to volunteer? No? Are you sure? Cadence, let's hear it. Thank you for all the hands I see up.
The main idea is the birds are naturally able to find out where they are. How they find out where they're going is that they follow the sun and moon. Also, they follow the stars, but the most important thing is that they follow the Earth's magnetic field.
Beautiful. She added some transition phrases in there. So the hard work is picking out your boxes and bullets. The easy part is turning that into a paragraph. Let me get some other volunteers. Jasmine, I'd love to hear you summarize this.
Since the birds can since they follow the sun and they also follow the stars
Okay.
and birds,
And why are they doing that?
so they can figure out where they're going.
Good. So we put all those pieces together. I'm going to hear from one more, and then we're going to wrap it up. Asia.
The main idea is the birds are actually able to figure out.
Oh, I'm sorry, Asia. People were trying to talk over you. We're going to wait just a moment here.
Talk.
Go ahead, Asia.
The main idea is the birds are naturally able to figure out where they are going. The birds figure out where they're going because they follow the sun. If they don't see anything else, they can just follow the sun.
Okay.
And when the moon is not up and the sun's not up, they follow the stars. And if it's so cloudy, they
Beautiful. So we have heard both parts of the book. Today, your job, your boxes and bullets are right here for you. Your job today is going to be turning it into complete sentences. So I should not see just word for word. I should see some transitions added into there as well. So when you get to your seats, when you choose to do your reading lesson, it's going to just be the Google form because the lesson video was taken care of here.